Shalom, shalom, peace and greetings, kinfolk, OMAR, HOSEA. What's up, Facebook, YouTube, and coming to you sideways, Instagram as usual. I don't know why they won't do the right side up. I guess I always use my phones, so it's like they almost half dead. So I never know how long these videos is gonna be, so I have to keep them all charged up. That's what happened. Excuse me, that's what I'm using right now with this. It's not charged up. Otherwise, I got to keep it right side up. Anyway, letter to a soldier's death wish. Monkeys and sawdust. This is just something I just been noticing this past couple hours. We're waking up at 2 o'clock, 3, 9, 6. Heavenly Father, we thank you for waking us up this day. With the wisdom, we ask for your guidance. Within that knowledge, we ask for your protection as we go to and from our destination. Protect us from our enemies. Protect us from ourselves. Protect us from what we know, from what we don't know. For your will is the best will. We ask for permission to speak to your children. We ask you to speak to our hearts and our minds, and let this video glorify you. We will learn to treat each other and treat your creation. By the power of the Spirit, come to the body before we and after we see. Thank you. Selah. Selah. Peace and greetings. So we got one somewhere around here. Got one, maybe not. Anyway, monkeys and sawdust. And y'all know I don't care about me not doing my hair, looking all pretty for the camera. That ain't gonna happen. But anyway, this week I've been waking up at 2 and 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And normally that's the spirit. Oh, excuse me. Spirit wanted to get my attention, right? And just from past experiences. Related to the soldier's death wish, monkeys and sawdust. And it makes sense. You believe me. So now I'm remembering my relationships when I took time to meditate on that, and not stay in the world. What time you need to do this? What time they want me to do this? Or what time they need to go do that? It was like, nah, I'm not on nobody else's time. So many times, my friend. So as I'm just looking back, and I remember these times. Now, when crack cocaine came to our neighborhoods, you wasn't allowed to be skinny no more, and you wasn't allowed to be up all night and outside playing stickball, hide and go seek, or just sitting down smoking a blunt. Hey, back in the day, we just sit outside 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, be on the park bench, having sex and kissing and stuff. But you can't do that no more because now it's either you commit the crime or you are prosecuted on a crime or getting high. So negative. In other words, we used to do is 70s babies and growing up in the 70s and the 80s. It was okay to be outside. It was okay to be outside. Now, the judicial system has made it so that it's so legal to be outside and do anything. Buy online, stay in the house, let the machines do everything. Monkeys and sawdust. So a guy on Facebook, we exchange information, powerful stuff too. This guy, I'll ask him if he wants his name being mentioned in the videos. I'll mention another time if you give me permission. At first, I'm like, man, open up this thing, man. I'm gonna have some viruses in my messenger. I'm mad as hell. You know, I mean, I live in a glass house, but anybody welcome to look at my shit. I don't give a damn. Unless you can hide for real. Like, you ain't gotta hack my shit. The thing is, there's not so much as I want shit. And I don't want shit. I just want to use some shit till I die. You want some shit leads on to clinging on to it. Which leading us to monkeys and sawdust. So I admit my monkey shit first before we get into it. So I'm like, okay. Oh, some of y'all notice in my videos, if I hear my lips smacking, that's because one, I ain't got no teeth. In fact, this one just broke the day eating a grape. I was mad as hell. A grape took my tooth out. Well, a piece of it. And so my mouth stayed moist really. So, you know what I'm saying? It'll slide down my throat while I'm talking and I'm choking to death. I'll be bad as hell. Die from my own saliva. I'll be sick. Monkeys and sawdust. I named this Monkeys and Sawdust also because real good brother of mine, even though we into a little argument. What's up, kid folks? I didn't pop up. When I first met him, he was an E-man. I told some of y'all might know the story, but I'm gonna say it again. Imam Ibn Muhammad Bilal, or Imam is Ibn Muhammad Bilal, or is it Bilal Muhammad? Imam Ibn Muhammad. I'm sorry, bro. I forget, man. So much going on. But I don't forget your spirit and your soul. You have to catch this video, or anybody that knows you, catch this video. And you're talking about this thing called monkey talk. Now, prior to my resurrection, prior to my recognition of my mind and my body, reconnection of my mind and my body into the universe and consciousness, I didn't know anything about the communication, how to communicate it. But yeah, I was still holding on to my wants, meaning I wanted to hold on to my monkey experiences, my monkey talk, my monkey swag. You know what I mean? I ate anything, but no, I didn't. I ain't eat no pork. But nonetheless, I'll eat a lot of McDonald's and, you know, just. It ain't had nothing to do with the age. It was just, you know, I just ate out, didn't care about my health and nothing like that. Actually, I really beat my body up. Look, I got a medical record this thick, folks. This thick, and I'm doing monkey shit, right? Real shit. That's why the Pelican call us monkeys, believe it or not. We do a lot of monkey shit, and we're going. Anyway, so we're beginning to start talking to each other, and he says, "Brothers, what are you talking about? I don't talk like that here." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is the way I talk. This is all I like. It wasn't all I know or knew rather, but this is how I knew how to communicate, right? And they'd already came across me talking in pictures, thinking in pictures and talking in pictures. Now, mind you, I had no clue that he knew how to do TV stuff called AMIC, All Muslim International Communication Center. You know, that's his thing. And he's a linguist. I think 5 or 7 different languages, especially to the original Aramaic and original Arabic. And so he said, man, that's monkey talk, man. I got offended. He said, I don't do lonely talk either. Hey, lonely talk. You mean tell me about, you know, your bro calls you, how you doing? What's up? And he's like, man, that's lonely talk. I'm like, damn, monkey who's talking lonely talk, man. I was offended, man. Folk, I was offended. Don't you know how many battles I done went through? How many big niggas I done beat up? And you know what I mean? I had my wisdom. I was still talking like, you know, education. But I was younger then, but also transitioning, I guess. And so, we went through that for a good minute too, man. But nonetheless, I don't know why you like me though. So he takes me to this thing called the Pisces things in Oakland, Oakland, California. What's up, Town Biz? What's up, Blunt family? Peace and love. And the indigenous sister too, right? No, shut up. I'm gonna say some shit. Compton, you still alive? What's up, Comp? Who else? Tiff, crazy ass. May your children rest in peace. But anyway, man, this monkey talk, monkey talk. So I had to reinvent my language and how to communicate. And sometimes people those that slur has caused a lot of head injuries. You know, I've been in a lot of fights and stuff with other monkeys, gorillas. You know what I mean? And I'm a gorilla nigga, man. I beat you. You know that talk. So my travel takes me to the Nation of Islam, you know, and I get some history on Muammar Gaddafi and a couple other uh, Arabic leaders from when they was younger. You know, we got some of their slogans and you know just understood what they was going to die for. You know, what it would take, you know, to liberate their people and stuff. But it was interesting information. And so what it was showing me was like, you can't be around men like us here and have that monkey lonely talk. We're busy reconnecting our people. Man, that hit me home. Now we know that the so-called black man and woman, like the monkeys, been experimenting on for a long time. And Ebola, when the Simpsons came out with Ebola, and they put the monkey, matter of fact, where's that at? Where's my tablet? Look on the internet. You'll have Bert Simpson No, Marge Simpson. I found my tablet. Marge Simpson with a monkey in the bed with Ebola over top. Right now, Africa had that outbreak. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Africa had that outbreak when they said they had the Ebola thing, right? What's up with this piece of hair, man? I don't know. Ever since I started twisting my locks, this little piece, for some reason, this piece of hair, right? No matter where it gets tied to, there's somewhere else to grow right back on up there, man. I'm just getting boy. I'm just gonna leave that right there. I ain't gonna even bother. Maybe the alfalfa, the hood alfalfa or something. I don't know. Maybe it's your energy hair or something. Okay, we'll keep it up there. And just put the antenna up. Alright? That's the antenna. That's what we're talking about. Fuck it, be a Martian. So, what brought me to that Ebola thing, Africa monkey, before I get to the good part, I'm on Instagram and I see this guy. I see all a lot of black people promoting their Lamborghinis. What was the ironic that this pale skinned guy pulls up in a Lamborghini, but he had the monkeys in a Lamborghini, which is both is true. The so-called black man acts like a monkey in his Lamborghini, and the pale skin is literally genetically connected to the dog and or the monkey. So there's the truth on both sides of that coin. So earlier today, about this time, I think, I get a message from the guy. I told him we exchanged information. He sent me this thing on these monkeys loose in Danville, Pennsylvania. Now, I researched some of it. They said that they caught some of the monkeys and killed 3. These monkeys have an Ebola type thing, type disease. Understand, this is a picture that I got. I told you this was an antenna, so hear what we saying. We pray. We ask the Most High for permission to speak, cause we don't do no playing around, just making videos for no reason. Welcome. These monkeys. Now remember, Simpsons had the monkey first, Ebola. All right, came to Africa. Who's using that same laboratory monkey for this new disease to get out in Danville, Pennsylvania? Why isn't that the news of Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania spreading that around and saying, hey, because what they said was that this monkey, whatever this monkey got, if you touch it or go near it, you can get some shit. Now I'm thinking, what raccoon, what insect, the soil, cause the report says that they went close to somebody, couple people went close to a monkey or two, and it's got instantly sick. They didn't see they was hugging on it and stroking his balls or nothing, or its booty. ain't say he was sitting at the lunch table talking about, hey, wait till my captors come get me, or the lab police come get me. And I'm quite sure the monkey didn't agree that they was friends and stuff. We were sure of that. He's been in a cage, then poked in with a whole bunch of shit. He probably ain't even a monkey no more. He's just a shell with a bunch of shit in it. Matter of fact, he might just be an actual walking death in a living shell, i.e. the body, the heartbeat. But if you cut it, touch it, anything else, it'll fuck you up. And that's what it did to a couple people. Now they said the truck crashed, and I don't know, 100 got out, and they found them all except for 3. Or they had 100, and 3 got out, and they found 2, killed 2, and the one still was out running around. And or maybe that no one's running around, but no, that person probably don't know what it has. So we have another Simpsons Ebola Africa horror flick movie, Resident Evil zombie, another disease apocalypse. Pennsylvania's been too quiet. The biggest city on the East Coast, biggest state on the East Coast, other than Florida. Been very quiet. We told you about the little fly, where they use the zombie pesticides. Then I read about, we got another video that marijuana, turning into female, the males and the males, females and the males. And I sort of kind of can see that. Monkeys and sawdust led to a soldier's death wish. And it seems that the so-called black man woman don't give a fuck about shit. Mr. Clowntastic, niggas and niggas don't care about what's really going on. It's about to lead us into sawdust. But what that imam taught me, the other imams in California, Minister Barry Houston Hassan Kofa of Egyptian science and Black African Studies professor. He's a minister professor. So is his wife, his children as well. Big ups to you guys as well. Happy hustle. Get this picture. So trying to organize them. That there ain't that many people of the so-called black race who's willing to die for their unborn children. That's the new topic later on today. Who's going to die for their unborn children? That's the question. Because your beloved America is setting up to go to war against Russia. Why? For the future of their children and the nation. And so it makes sense that because you like chicken so much, that we'll use flour mixed with sawdust. But what about all this water? Man, mouth still dry. Filtration system for water through the refrigerator. I think it strips the I think it strips the quenches part of water out. Mouth dry as hell. So the water, you're gonna get your thirst quenched. Your flour and your cornmeal and stuff is mixed with sawdust. Believe me, you can tell too. If you are in tune to your body, your taste buds, and what real food tastes like, and what remanufactured, what God's food tastes like versus man's food, or Caesar's food. You know the difference. What God serves his people and what Caesar serves his slaves. I ate some breaded chicken things. What else? Some other stuff. Breaded. And it just tastes like worse than cardboard. You know what I mean? Actually, it doesn't give a new meaning to you get what you pay for, but it gives you a new purpose of being conscious of what you eat or what you pan in to put in your stomach. That's for certain, being conscious, man. So, because the black man or the black people are considered monkeys in the first place, they mimic the pale skin. This is not what I'm saying. This is what we observe and what they're saying. And what I told you on the internet. These monkeys, they even sending monkeys up to outer space. You get some so-called black man or black woman at NASA want to go out of space with their comrades, black, white, Gentile Academy. Damn, this is almost day 2. This is becoming hectic here. You know what? Let's see. Hopefully we won't mess stuff up. Let me toss this up. Actually, so you can see the Simpsons Ebola. There. Alright. So back to the literature soldier's death wish. Monkeys and sawdust. So it makes sense for the elite to say, you know what, fuck everybody. Make sawdust byproducts. All our chemical waste, mix it in all the food and cereal that we can. With a little bit of GMO, you know, da 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 da. And that's that. And so seeing a paradigm shift to you're being groomed into you can't be too fat or you're mentally blah 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 blah. And if you're too skinny, you're mentally blah 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 blah. And on crack this and that. You have to be this, you have to be in this little box. And this is what we call beautiful box. Pandora's box nonetheless. Boy, we need to put your gifts in this box. Because Pandora Greek means taker of gifts, believe it or not. What's known as the Pandora bracelet? Oh, y'all didn't know? I thought your man was supposed to be the educator of the family, or y'all didn't know that? Pandora bracelet, same thing as Pandora's box, means to take your gifts. Let's see, once she opens up all these gifts at one time, because they don't belong to the original soul, the original person, they become curses. Thus, do not open up the box. Don't open up Pandora's box. Monkeys and sawdust. So now, the Afro-Asiatic trans down to a black African American to being a monkey type, can put all the things in this box. Can't be too fat. This is too fat. Over here is too skinny. This is too rich. This is too poor. This is too ugly. This is too beautiful. Don't fit in this box. And that's why we promote thinking outside the box. They said, some people say, why you type in all caps? This is why. I was always taught as a child, and you always wear your best thinking cap. So I started thinking caps. And the streets do always talking about busting caps. So I started typing in all caps. And I found out that all caps mean you own it. That's your word. I said, well, I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth. So I type in all type of letters. Then, do it now. It's all right. Cool. I said, well, he's yelling. No, he ain't. I think, talk, live in caps. That's it. It's my shit. You put on a little lower cap, lowercase. My life is not in a lowercase. I mean, shit is in caps. Have your best thinking cap when you communicate with me, please. Be nice. Like the email saying, don't give me that monkey talk. Don't give me that lonely talk. Yeah, you know, Jay-Z and them was doing this and niggas ain't come to Pittsburgh and said, hey, shit. Who wanna open up a Rockaware store in their hood for us? You know? When we bring some of this brand over here and say, hey man, open up a clothing store here, man. We find that, put the Rockaware in there. Boom. None of that. Dipset. They've been to Pittsburgh, like, we just saying like that. They don't have to. We're just saying for the sake of monkey talk. Lonely talk. Eating sawdust. My nigga promoting caviar and shit like. There's another thing about monkeys and sawdust. It's like, what do you get out of parading your shit in front of the poor? Like, what does that do? Like, what is that? Is that supposed to be a motivator? Well, it is a motivator in an ambiguous way, but in direction That's not a good motivation. You know, I can go good for a minute and go like that. And you're like, damn. So you won't use that. Monkeys and sawdust, man. So like, no, man, I can't talk like that, man. So talking caps. Well, it's just, you're not a lowercase. Your life is not lower. Your life is just as high as the most high limit us. And then I was taught that my own thinking is my limits. So, you say, I do what I think. I do what I'm thinking, consciously or unconsciously. And that lets you know. I was getting to a point when I brought that up. Get sidetracked. Shit. I hate that. Because I got so much to say, but I'm tired. I'm trying not to make these videos a whole hour or 2 hours. But I've been doing that. We've been making these videos for the past 15, 18 years. Glory be to the Most High. Check us out. Clear Image, YouTube, or Google us. HOSEA OMAR. Oh, don't let me forget, Dapalicious I'm working on a web page or a web domain as we speak. I get to get another computer set up. Go ahead and settle down. Just figure it out myself. I gotta do it myself. Fuck it. I've been doing anything else by my damn self. Whether I was paying for it, creating it, marketing it, testing it. So, and for some of you folks that just learned the word narcissist, that's not being narcissistic. That's sharing with yourself that, hey, you're just as wise as anybody else, and you're just as creative as anybody else. What's up? Some people paint pictures. Creativity is our paintbrush. If that makes sense. You know, where the paintbrush is the artist, creativity is to some of us. Is our tool. Wonderful feeling too. Better to the soul is a death wish. Just shut my some of this shit. See my tongue for a week. Matter of fact, yeah, it's like 38 minutes, and we'll cut it out. This will be like 15 minutes real quick. I forgot I had did something when I was meditating on me, on my thoughts, how I process other verbal encounters, like close encounters. You have verbal encounters as well. That determines how close your encounter is going to be with the next person or group in any given situation. So, without y'all's commandments, people who don't know nothing about y'all's commandments, all right. And in the 10 Commandments is 10 basic morals. And if you that well prepared with yourself, 42 laws of mind, some more morals, right? So that's 52 morals. Whether they sound the same or not, it's still 52. All right, 10 and 42, 52. Don't get upset if you can't count that far. It's not. Give you some toothpicks. Count it. So these are 52 moral codes that mathematically fix it. Release it for 52 weeks. So I got without y'all lost commandments. But the word that I have for that is in a dictionary I have it as amoral, AMORAL. Take the A off, you got morals. Moral. Are you a moral person? But you put the A on there, that you want to be the first at everything. Amoral is a person who has no morals, right or wrong. There is no right or wrong with this amoral person. He's without any standards. He's without God's commandments. Even if Satan had a commandment, he'd probably be without his. He just being his own abyss. There's a place like that. So I'm thinking about scripture in different cultures. I look up the word Amorite or Amur, AMURR, like when you spell Moors or Mur or America. It means West, right? And its roots is in Babylon. And the people who wanted to war against God, aka the eagle, aka the sword and the sphinx and all those things. All right, he would go through Egypt. So it says West, Amur, Amorites, and they have some certain gods and stuff, right? So in our community called the quote unquote black excellence, this amoral thing without God's 10 commandments. That I am self-lord and master of myself. Most High has no rules for me. I make my own rules. That's amoral when you disregard the Most High's 10 commandments. And in that amoral type of thinking, you're subject to slander to people in different languages. So in Latin, slander means devil. Or slanderous means devil. Means you slandering somebody, gossip, you're a devil, literally, in Latin. Look it up. And so Amorites worship different demons and devils, and amor, as in moral or more, or amoral, is without this moral, the root spirit or the root nature of what moral is, the defective part. But if you flip devil, then you get live. Now here's the action of this was immoral. Not following the Most High's commandments, not following the 42 laws of OMAR, not practicing these things every week for 52 weeks. That means that's every day all day you get the Most High on your heart, and what He wants you to do, you practice it, right? So but without you doing that, you're immoral. I'm like, wow, right? So, but now, and then what was crazy about the moral part and the more amoral as well was the prefix immoral, means not moral. So you get the suffix and the prefix of more, more, and l, prefix suffix, m and l and more, prefix suffix, more and l, or more l, or you put more dash el, more God, moral. You can play with that, right? And I'm like, wow. Because in order to change the nation, in order to change our condition, we must change our language and the meanings of how to communicate. So this is what this part was about. The moral equals live. Practicing, what did it say? Practicing and teaching Yahweh's commandments. Well, I got it written down. It was a while ago. Oh. So it makes sense. People who are moral, they practice the 10 Commandments. and they practice the 42 laws of Ma'at, because them is our brothers, them is our cousins, those are blood brothers and cousins and stuff. You know, so let's not get that fucked up, whether you want to call them Egypt, this, that. Nonetheless, you know your brother when you see him. And because uh, our roots go through Egypt and Egypt's roots go through us, um, there is no argument about these things when we say the 42 laws of Ma'at and 10 commandments. So it wouldn't be surprising some of them intertwine. Happy hustle. The immoral is those who don't live like that. The 42 laws of Ma'at and the 10 commandments. They chose not to. They're choosing not to. They're choosing to be monkeys. They're choosing to eat the sawdust and their chicken. They're choosing to drive around in Lamborghinis with pink and orange hair and stuff, long fingernails. They're not going to die for the unborn. You can't even call their number. You can't even really think about them. You, your brother, sister's keeper, you would just look around, step out yourself, and look around and say, take a statistic and ask folks, what would you be willing to do for your unborn? No, not what you would do, fuck it, redirect. Would you be willing to die for the unborn? Period. And they give them the 42 laws of Ma'at and the 10 commandments, and watch what they do. Amoral, without Yah's commandments, without the 42 laws of Ma'at. That's the monkey. That's the eating the sawdust. They have no care about that. You know why? Because Jesus is going to fix it. Not practicing these morals. They get paid for being immoral, all the beauty and all that shit and all that for being immoral. While the ones who is amoral don't know nothing about it, wasn't given, the Bible wasn't given to them, the Torah wasn't given to them, the wisdom wasn't given to them. Life, the book of life wasn't given to them. They have no access to that. So they can't give it to you, so they're amoral. Without the laws of Ma'at, without the commandments. Now, I want to add into this before we close out. Oh, man. Oh, man, my back. Before we close out, I'm going to get back to presenting the videos and the information and putting together like we used to do back in the day. Right? So things are getting a little more stable. Hopefully with your prayers, it'll get stable. And everything is becoming new. And keep pushing. Anyway, my fault. Zoned out on something. I'm just trying to keep the personal thing out of the topic. So that proceeds with that concludes Letter to a Soldier's Death Wish, Monkeys, and Sawdust. Take care of each other, man. Don't forget about Dabalicious.com coming up. If you have a talent, anything that you want to sell, or anything you want to market, hit me up, inbox me. I'll let you know when the domain is up. I'll actually start working on it this, by the Most High's will and y'all prayer this Friday. I'm going to go hard on that. What's up, folks? I'm going to go hard on the domain, Dabalicious.com. And the purpose of Dabalicious.com is you can get your guaranteed results, your guaranteed satisfaction for what you uh, came to that site to get. Um, beats, producers. In other words, what makes Dabalicious different than any other domain on the planet is we practice and live the 42 laws of Ma'at and the 10 Commandments that was given uh, to the children of the promise. That's our shit. That doesn't belong to nobody else. We practice that one. We practice each one once a week for 52 weeks. We do that now. That's Dabalicious.com, because now when you can Dabalicious, you guarantee God, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna bless another day. God gonna bless another day. And so we're not blessing no more traps. We're not doing that no more. 52 laws, practice it, you know. So we got our Egyptian and our Hebrew culture mixed in, because by blood we family anyway. So all this, I'm this and I'm that, Egypt shit and I Hebrew shit, man. Shut the fuck up. You confused shit. That's what it is. You be ready to dap your brother up because you can feel him. You know who your brother is. Fuck what you heard. So that's a part of Dabalicious, man. Bring the family back together under those 52 laws. And even if they seem kind of like they repeat themselves, still 52. I mean, messing with the mathematics. But you know, certain niggas, man, still want to try to change shit, start an argument. This one got 42, and this one got 10, and just fucking do it. Some shit you gotta repeat. You know, it's stressful out here. Monkeys and sawdust. So now I'm just sharing. Nobody's reporting it. I'm sharing with you. There's a new monkey. And these monkeys, these lab monkeys, they've been infecting a lot of animals and shit. All right, tomorrow this is for the vaccine or COVID and all this other shit. And motherfuckers is letting shit out. All right, motherfuckers is making money off these vaccines and the trickle down effect. And it was like this: the vaccine is the new crack. All right, to the pharmaceutical companies. You hear me? It's an epidemic in the financial market. In case somebody wanted to tell you, I mean, you first want to report it. This is why we're gonna make these videos. And so there's a mad rush to find all new, clean, all cure, all protect, all vaccine, and they're infecting animals in natures with no. They're amoral, man. They have no regards for life. Whoever's watching this, man, keep this in mind. Keep it to your wives and your children, your family. Overstand. Stop being around these so-called um, 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 this doctor shit. You know, all this hiatus things. Stop being so quick to want to run out there and live amongst them Pelicans out in the woods and shit. Because believe it or not, the corporate America know who got the real guns and know the real rights. And that's the suburbians. And that they can poison them first with the lentil fly. Check Penn State, because the lentil fly literally eats tree barks. Or they eat your crop up. Oh my goodness. These motherfuckers is vicious. Nobody reported that news yet, but stay on top of that. That's I can't remind me. But now this monkey been released in Pennsylvania. Man, now here's the combination between the monkey in Pennsylvania and the lentil fly in Pennsylvania, and now legalizing marijuana and the monkey connection. The lentil fly, to destroy the lentil fly, right? You had to turn him into a zombie by giving him this pesticide or homicide or suicide. Note there's a spike of suicides happening in our communities. Check it out. That's one little stage. The 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 amoral, the unconscious, the without the Ten Commandments part is the homicide, the pesticide, the matricide, where you want to kill your family and friends. That's the zombie pesticide they gave to the lignal fly that was eating all the tree barks and shit. They got tired of eating the wine, and the wines up in the high mountains. Cause Pennsylvania, you can grow your own wine and get nice soil up there. And so they say Corco was destroying the shit. Now, they had that same story in California. So I'm like, what is the odds of that being here on the East Coast and on the West Coast? This fly that's tearing up the vineyards and the food. Who would develop something like that? Back in my head, Monsanto, the GMO, they have an argument about that. I.e., Bill Gates bought up a lot of land grab going on. The monkey part, like I said, was the Ebola in Africa. Now we have the monkey version, Ebola version here in Pennsylvania that quote unquote somehow this truck mysteriously turned over, and now these infected monkeys, because they needed these infected monkeys with God knows what, to find a cure for the COVID and the Delta. And hold up, you put 100 monkeys in a truck, and somehow this truck turns over and crashes, and not just one monkey get the fuck out. This walking virus. But both 7 of them got out. I'm just gonna keep it at 3 because somewhere in my head is saying I kept seeing 3. But you know how folks make shit up. I'm not saying that it's true or not. I'm just gonna keep the radius, the conscious radius, a little broader. I'm not gonna keep it a little small. So okay, 3. We'll go for that shit. When we said 3, I'm saying 33 motherfuckers. You got 33 infected motherfucking monkeys out here, and if it walk past you, you get pink eye type shit. So losing weight and shit instantly, and and you can get it contact through the breath. The enzymes of the virus that they put in the motherfucking monkey, it's in his sweat glands through his fur, and if you touch it, you can rub it on your face and then just come on, man, come on. So if a human is getting fucked over, can you imagine if this monkey then came across a deer? He done scratched his ass on a tree. The deer done scratched his ass on a tree. You know, then the deer come in. Yeah. He rubbed it on his ass. You going hunting. Now your back is against the tree that's got this shit on it. Fuck. Like, but this how far I take shit. Because I like to go hunting. And you don't know what you'll bring to the city. You know, you don't know what these people bring to the city when they go out there, especially these restaurants. That's how you get some food poison. You know, it takes a lot to bring food on the table, bring food to a restaurant. And especially you want some fresh food. You know, you want to eat good, you go to get in the woods. But that's how some of them bacteria and stuff come to the cities on trucks, i.e., monkeys. With, oh God. So do not be surprised, folks, and share with the folks. There is another mysterious virus coming. There's another one coming. And that's the hustle. We're making millions and changing laws and financial structure with the word vaccine. That's the new money word. Used to be it used to be cocaine. Now it's vaccine. Yeah. What else? I said I wasn't gonna make this an hour. It's trying to be a damn hour anyway. What else is going on in uh in reality? This is not La La Land. The wizards don't live here. You don't have Dorothy and Toto leading us down the yellow brick road. Speaking of which, I think I did a video about that. I think it was just some photos. I might have to share that. Maybe I can share that now since we already had it. That's on my mind. Is it me? Y'all notice the red bottom shoes, the promotion of red shoes, and Dorothy the pale skin, the original movie, had on some red shoes, and she leading 4 niggas down the road with a dog. At the end of this road is this wizard who ain't shit for real. He got all the midgets, chocolate factories. He running the world. He running Oz. The Wizard of what? Oz. The Wizard of America. The false prophet. The mission to break that spell, change the language. That's how the Wizard of America, or the Wizard of the World, it really makes sense when you see that picture. I forgot who made it, made the picture. But it's the picture of the guy. You get flat earth, there's a dome, and he's looking, he got his head looking into the dome. But on the outside, you know what I'm saying? He's like the outside looking in. And you get a closer look, he actually sticks his head into like the top of into the bubble, into the dome. And it makes sense now. Back to Letter to Soldier Death Wish and Monkeys and Sawdust. That when you see reality for what it really is, for what it really is, what it's really equal to you and me. It's equal to what we call life. But when the creative life allows you to step outside that bubble and see the bigger picture, there comes a level of peace where you don't need to see the creators of life's bigger picture. It's the fact that you get to see the bigger picture and you're like, wow. You get to a point where you really don't know what to do with yourself. It ain't that you lazy. It ain't that you ain't motivated or nothing like that. But it's like, for what? You're looking at this ant farm. You're looking at this bee society. You're looking at this monkey society. This devil society. This ego society. This celebrate me society. That's in the dome. This is what I look like society. You know it's disgusting, man. As a child, I thought maybe it would have been cool, but now I'm so careful. Is when I'm in the store, man, everybody has on spandex, and you want to bend down and if you like, you're going shopping or something in a grocery store, mainly in a grocery store, stuff where you gotta bend down and get something, and you love your wife, you know, whatever, just and all day is booty and coochie and hips, like, and then when you try to turn your head away, it's like, damn, you open your eyes, it's over there again. It's like, this is definitely some monkey shit. In the beginning, it was cool, I guess, because women were celebrating their body, they were trimming down, and so there was actually women going to go work out. But now, we had these sisters, aunts, man. I asked them, give this brand next fashion a break. What's something else to look at when we go food shopping? So put your pajamas on. Fuck it, leave your curls in your hair. Look ugly for a change. So just clothes on. I'm sharing that with a family member thing. I'm like, man, I'm so tired of looking left to right, and everybody's imprint of they crack, but and a coochie print and like you bend it down. If you go to the grocery store, you gotta bend down and get the milk. Get you some cream cheese. You like, damn, man. You like, all right, go back. So I'm gonna go a different hour till they leave out. You're like, damn, there it go again. You can check out. Like, damn, there it go again. You like, I'm being bombarded with lust. Thank goodness it's not in myself. I pray it's not in you. But now it seems like that lust, being immoral, being without the Ten Commandments or laws of mind, that's in that bubble. That's in that box. That's in Pandora's box, and giving all the gifts into it. And for the Creator Most High Yah to allow us to pierce and to be on the outside, look in and be like, damn, I used to be down there. And like, yeah. You rap past certain people and hoods and stuff. You be like, I used to think like that and just do that. Yeah. I like it over this side though now. So that's why you here. Look around you, family. Shit ain't what you think it is. And the black culture, because that's exactly what it is. It doesn't absorb, it doesn't reflect any light. It absorbs everything. It reflects no wisdom, no light, or nothing, no intelligence. It's so oblivious to the poisoning, to the intentional dementia, the destruction of our children, the traps of our unborn children, the attack on our very nature is real. It's very, very real. And you don't have to have money and you don't have to do anything wrong. All you have to do is beg to be different. And so it made sense when the Imam said, we don't do no lonely talk or no monkey talk, man. We don't do that. And when he showed me the friends of Muammar Gaddafi and the Brown movement back then at LSU, Stanford University. You know, they was in California. These are university, man. These wasn't no dumb niggas. These is Stanford, California University scholars. I mean, students and whatever. You know, I had the honor of meeting them and understanding what it means to fight for your people. We're not talking about going on here murdering and taking over the government. We ain't saying nothing of that. Remember, we're talking about outside the box. You know, I'm thinking outside the box. But when you look in that box with no desire to touch it and play with it and examine it, nah. But for the sake of looking in that box, Pandora's box, you saying they put all their gifts in there? I said, yeah. I said, but I give you new gifts. That's why you look in that box and see those gifts that you thought were gifts, really not. They were traps, distractions. But the gift that I give to you is that you get to look and think and act and live and make decisions and judge outside that box. And only we can hand that gift back. Yeah, what you talking about? To literally find some square land somewhere on this planet and actually live these 52 things by nature. And I never just as one person. And I've done it with many people, but they didn't know it. This is why we talk about it so much. By nature, we watch people shine from inside out. They took deeper breaths, more patient, calm. By the spirit of peace, it's like, yeah, trust was restored. Loyalty had another meaning, had real meaning to it. Because instantly it put a desire to want to be responsible for your brother and sister. Because you're responsible for yourself. And you didn't have to check up on them. So check out thatblesses.com, but that's what it's about. Next time, the Kim folks and ones there saying peace, good morning. May most I keep you safe, may protect you to go to and for your destinations. Alright. If you have any questions, anything you're not sure about, whatever, let us know. We'll tell you. You ain't gonna, don't have to wait for nobody to tell you shit. Ask me, I tell you. Because one thing is for sure, two is for certain. This is very, very good therapy. This is the bonus message. Very, very good therapy. You go somewhere to another state. No cell phones on. Go to a restaurant, a bar, a gym. Maybe go to another state though. Tell somebody randomly your deepest secrets and walk away. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to respond. You don't, none of that. Just walk away. So much freedom in that. Till next time, take care of each other. And we out. Peace.